What's up? It's Raphael with NBA Draft Junkies, and I have another international prospect for you today. If you haven't noticed, I've been focusing a lot on international prospects that I think can be selected in the second round, but don't worry, I will get back to the American-born NCAA prospects as we close out the next 30 days before the NBA draft. In this video, I'll break down some offensive strengths for Henri Drell. Henri is from Estonia, but he's currently playing in Italy. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, share, comment, send it to your other friends who love the NBA draft because, again, I'm biased, but I think it's the best NBA draft content out there. But let's get into why I think Henri Drell has potential to be an NBA player. Henri Drell is one of my top sleeper prospects, simply because he passes the eye test. I think he has a good baseline of skills that can be developed into an NBA player, along with his favorable positional size. Right now, I can't say there's one skill that he can hang his hat on to fill a role in the league, but he shows flashes and the potential to be a versatile athletic wing that can drive, shoot, and make plays for others.
Jovanovic prova a cercare gloria in mezzo all'area, ma trova solamente il ferro. Drell poi.
One of the first things I noticed about Henri Drell was his size, fluidity, and coordination. He's 6'8" or 6'9", depending on where you get your information, but he moves effortlessly around the floor like a guard. He has an adequate first step and occasionally shows he has the handle to become a respectable slasher. More than likely, he'll be relied on to attack closeouts instead of being a pick-and-roll ball handler or isolation scorer, but I do see flashes of shot creation ability in his game. In order for him to be a more effective finisher at the rim, he'll need to bulk up and get stronger. There are times when he struggles to finish through contact, but what 19 or 20-year-old doesn't? These next two plays are examples of him putting the ball on the floor and using his length to elevate over the top of the defender. Here, he lulls his man to sleep with a series of east to west dribbles and scores through contact. If he can continue to make plays like this, watch out. At this point in his career, he's a streaky shooter at best, but he shows glimpses of potential to evolve into a floor spacer. He has a reported 7-foot wingspan with good elevation, which allows him to shoot over the top of smaller defenders. The numbers don't support my assessment, but I think he can develop into a good long-range shooter. He has good mechanics and decent form. But to be honest, it's a must he becomes a knockdown shooter to have a career in the NBA. Becoming a consistent shooter will open up the rest of his game as a slasher and passer. Speaking of passing, an underrated part of Drell's game is his passing skills. He has a solid feel for the game and respectable instincts. I think he's best as a passer or as a decision maker when he's on the move and finding teammates on driving kicks. Now, his impact as a passer and slasher will be heavily dependent on him growing and improving as a reliable three-point threat. Becoming a long-range threat opens up his game to attack closeouts and break down the defense so he can find open shooters. Overall, I like Henri Drell as a long-term prospect. This may sound really crazy, but he reminds me of Jaylen Brown in 2016. When Brown came out of Cal, I felt like he didn't have one particular skill set that stood out, but he had the potential to be good or even really good at driving, shooting, passing, and defending. Boston deserves a lot of credit for the development plan with Brown. Jaylen Brown deserves even more credit for putting in the work and sharpening his skills. I think on a smaller scale, Henri Drell is the same way. The right developmental team and the work ethic can maximize his natural talent and skills and make him a valuable player for an NBA or even a EuroLeague team.